put my hands to my mouth and just yell at them because I don't have any fancy megaphone or anything.
It's a traffic cone.
Traffic cone.
Whatever. It's something. And yell at them. What the fuck has happened? We leave for a couple of days and what the fuck?
Not even a day. It was like
It
was like an afternoon, man.
Yeah.
What the? You have Henrik and what the people dead? What the fuck is going on here?
Like,
I just shout at everybody.
Yeah, I think that Son is like, hey, Liz, did you hear that my dad's alive? He lost his balls. I'm the new ruler.
Yeah, I'm very, very fucking sorry
I like
about
placed the
that.
crown on him, like the little.
As you're leaving, he starts snapping at you, and he points to the cape.
Oh yeah, cape off, and I like put it on him, and then I like kneel in front of him.
I was there when we rescued him. Yes, I heard.
He's like, yeah, that makes sense. Cool.
H, what the fuck are you doing?
H is like, hey, listen, little lady, I don't want any problem with you. And he starts like gesturing to the guy with the RPG, Sherman, that you're looking at through your scope, who takes the RPG and starts aiming it, and then he like looks down you through the scope, and now he's aiming it directly at you.
So I wind down a window.
No, wait, H is still talking. H is like, listen, Liz, I do not have any problem with you, baby. Unless you have problem with me. The issue here is that Henrik has just placed a tiny shit child on the throne. I was going to pay Henrik money. Apparently he was good for business, but now he doesn't want bribe. He starts talking about government paperwork, doing all sorts of crazy things. I'm just...
Well,
why don't you tell me
man.
what's going on, Liz? I thought you were his, like, mother or something.
Well, he is a crazy man, and fuck you for suggesting I'm old.
He says, I didn't suggest you were old, just that you look out
Henrik's
after
like
him.
35 years old.
In my headcanon, Henrik is older than all of you, so...
Yeah, that's exactly what the whole thing is, yeah.
Do I notice him gesturing at a guy with an RPG?
Oh, I mean, yeah, he's gesturing at a bunch of guys, but the guy with the RPG is actively, like, pointing it at you. Now that, you know, H was like, make sure there's a threat on the thing so that my words are taken seriously. And he did, and then he noticed he was about to be shot by Sherman.
He wasn't about to be shot.
You're aiming a pistol with the scope at him.
He aims it down there, and then he sees Gaza winding down a window and just sort of looking up at him. And then he sees this, like, barreled gun come up around the corner.
So wait, right now, all of you guys are aiming weapons? Or
Liz is
Gaza's
not.
sitting there having a fag, man. He's just like...
Well, I've got a weapon. I do have a weapon in hand, but I'm now going to sort of like lean down on top of the machine gun and look at everybody, and really, you're sure you want to do that? And activate my lovely move.
Which one?
Dangerous and sexy.
Oh, you want to paralyze H?
I want to paralyze as many people as possible.
You have to lock eye contact with someone, and I'm pretty sure you can only look at one general person at a time.
What if she goes cross-eyed? Can we up it to 2?
I don't know you can maintain eye contact like that.
I don't know if you can maintain sexy as well.
Okay, so here's what happens. You lock H in place, and you see the guy with the RPG is like, H, what should I do? Should I fire? And he looks around the corner, and all the guys with AK-47s are, like, bouncing Henrik back and, like, trying to hold Henrik in place. There's, like, 4 of them just, like, blocking Henrik in. And they look back around, and they're like, H, what do we do, man? H is just like...
Well, we need to find out if it actually works, though. Sadly.
I just go like this. Like
oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if it fails, you're probably all going to get shot.
So Arthur, I would like to do a move before
That's
the RPG
enough.
guy fires, just so you know.
I'm just looking at him and paralyzing him. Really?
What's the downside when you only get an 8?
Nothing. If I get a 10, I get to do this to 2 people.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. That's how you do to multiple people, I guess, then.
Yep.
the cross.
But
Can you imagine, like, Like, so I imagine if it's like two people, like the RPG guy's looking at your butt or something like that.
He's like,
Well,
"Badass."
see, it basically on a 10 plus, I get 2 holds. On a 7 to 9, 1 hold. I spend the hold 1 for 1 to make eye contact. Who freezes or flinches can't take action until I break it off, so I can only have 1 at a time. But I can use the other one later on.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Unfortunately, on a miss, everybody realizes I am identify me immediately as their foremost threat.
That's when you duck into the bilby and just sit there.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm going to keep eye contact with H. Are you really sure you want to do that?
Yeah, so he's paralyzed. Sherman, I want to cut to you.
Yep.
Things are heating up. The guy with the RPG is looking pretty squirrely right now. He's taking his focus off of you.
Yep.
The RPG kind of goes off of line with you, and then he looks back and sets it to like aim perfectly at you, and then turns to look at H. He's screaming at H, who's not paying attention. What are you doing? What are your actually? Let me ask. What are your thoughts right now? Like, what's your take on the situation?
I don't particularly like the fact that there's an RPG pointed at me.
Neither do I.
I think this guy H is kind of getting on my nerves. Kind of the guy that I don't really like that much. Type of guy I don't really like that much. So I would like to use my augury move. As I'm kind of staring
What are
at
you using as the antenna? Your workspace?
The bolt that's stuck in the back of my head.
Okay, yeah, I think you have to use your workspace as the antenna, unless you have something else.
Well, I'm kind of near my workspace, aren't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're basically at the same
yeah.
house as it. So.
I'm just making sure you haven't added anything that's a new antenna for you.
No.
With augury, yeah, you can use followers, but you
Could
don't
we
have
make
any.
one out of my brain relay, like a portable?
There's only 2 ways to use augury. You use followers or you use workspace. I didn't know if you picked up any followers.
No, I have not picked up.
Okay, so you're using your workspace. Okay.
Yeah. So
what's your intention here?
I would like to use the augury to what's it called? Reach through the world's psychic maelstrom to something or someone connected to it.
Okay. What does it look like when you enter this augury?
So right now, I think what's actually happening is should I make the roll first before I?
Well, no, I want to know what it looks like, just so I know what this guy that's aiming an RPG at you knows what it looks like.
Okay. It would be basically kind of a camera cut with kind of like a static overlay, but instead of looking at the guy through the scope, it would be looking at kind of the machinery and the RPG. And like the
You have X-ray vision now.
Yeah.
You literally can see the spimescape.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yep. So let's see what happens here.
I had to look up what spimescape meant. It's actually a pretty intense word.
Oh shit! Oh, that's wrong stat apparently.
Yeah, that is. But I'm gonna let you keep the same roll.
Yep.
What's
So it's a +3, so it would have been an 8.
Okay. You get choose one, and you are reaching through the world psychomantra to something or someone connected to it.
Yep.
Okay. Choose your effect. It's shallow and local.
Yep. Well, I can see the guy, so I don't have to. It doesn't have to reach far into the psychic maelstrom. I'd like to recalibrate the RPG so that it is off center by just a few degrees.
Why don't you make it malfunction in his hands?
Because I think it'd be more hilarious if he actually fired it.
Yeah, but when he fires it, it blows up in his hands.
Okay, the RPG is not connected to the psychic maelstrom, but the guy is.
Okay, well then I'll recalibrate his eyes just ever so slightly.
Okay. And what option are you picking for this one?
It's stabled and contained, no bleeding.
Okay.
And I will maintain it. So basically what I'm doing is I'm making it so that his perspective is shifted ever so slightly, and where he thinks the bilby is actually where H is standing.
That's a pretty serious shift. Okay, so from his perspective, we get the beer goggle lens where he's like, "Oh God, my head!" He's like, he literally doesn't open his eyes at this point. He's like, "Oh, H, something's happening. Oh,
And I'm like,
someone's
migraines.
fucking with me."
You need some pills?
He's like, "Oh, shut the fuck up, Henrik." And you know that this guy, he's like, his name is Bill. And he's like, I need pills here. Pills here. Just, you got any narco stabs? You got any medical experience?
Let me through. I can take care of this man.
Okay, yeah.
Out of curiosity, would you allow me to roll my Things Speak move on this guy as I'm currently connected to him?
Yes.
Okay.
The men let you pass, Henrik. H's men let you pass.
You just get in the building we drive away.
Yeah, get in the building.
That's
Okay.
fun. I'm gonna wait for him.
Who handled this last before me?
You're asking about the guy. You're asking
Yeah,
who
his
handled him
brain.
last.
So as he walks past all the bad guys or whatever, I scream back. I was like, "Hey son, come get your father."
Son. Okay, so let me see
Oh,
here.
I know what I do. I'm like my drugs are in the big building. Hold on. Did I go over?
All right.
Arthur, I'll change the question because that's kind of a
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm actually prepared to answer it.
All right.
You recognize, because as we already know, it shows you scenes of how it happens.
Sure.
You recognize this man, Bill, is in bed with another man named Doghead, and they're both like having intense kissing session, right?
Section, man.
Session. Come on, man. I'm trying to work through this, okay? It's the sexy apocalypse, and none of you have used your sex moves, so now I gotta have the NPC show you how it's
The
done.
driver's sex move is literally the worst thing in the entire world.
I
know.
had sex 5 minutes after I started playing this character.
Yeah, but only with an NPC. The only time it matters is when you do it with the PC, man. Okay, so anyway, these dudes are totally going at it, and yeah, that's what you see. That's the last person to have handled it. Was Doghead.
Okay.
And now that you know what
You
Doghead
handled it
looks like,
well.
you pick him out in the crowd as one of the people with AK-47s that's currently letting Henrik pass. Henrik, what are you doing? Are you crawling into the back of the building like you
Yeah.
said? Or
Yeah.
okay. Gaza, what are you doing? You were doing something with Son's father?
Yeah, I
Father?
said, son, come get your father.
Son's just like, bring him to me! Bring father to me!
Yeah, all right. I don't see any problems with that. So I'll go get him, and I'll bring him over to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, hurry back. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
It's
before
okay.
you go, Gaza, you're laying down Son's father in front of his dad. He's basically just got a towel covering his junk. That's it.
Yeah.
And Son is like, someone bring Gaza to Border to represent my favor for him in saving my father. That
thank
reminds
you,
me,
kinship.
Gaza, don't you owe a large amount of money to the town? I believe you and your crew owe an enormous pile of barter.
Fuck off, kid.
Actually, we owed it to Princess.
Yeah.
Princess was the representative of the town. And you hear people in the crowd, they're like, yeah, that's right, actually. You do owe quite a bit of money for all of the food and the water that you've taken and, you know, all of
Oh,
the
yeah,
repairs.
speaking about that, we actually have something to repair the water problem around here, but you know what? With a change in management, I don't think that matters anymore.
It's okay, right, H? I
H
mean,
says nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to point out, as long as you're maintaining eye contact with him, you can keep saying stuff, but you can't look anywhere else or he's not paralyzed.
Can he like move his head up and down, and his head moves
Yeah,
up and down?
the eyes have
That's
to like.
not how it works.
I know that.
It's not a velociraptor.
Okay.
It's not a velociraptor.
But the fact that I keep talking to say it's all right, isn't it, H? And he's just like staring at me. I mean, what's the crowd supposed to say?
So
They're his
Son is
guys.
like, what strange magic are you using on H? Liz, why are you staring at him like that?
I'll lean into Son. I'm just like, you'll understand when you're 18. Ask your father about it.
And yeah, but now the crowd's like, what is going on here? Everyone seems really confused. And one of the men, Doghead, actually like rips around into his AK, just like, and he's like, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm about to start rolling, fools. It's too much monkey business. He's like, just blazes his AK in the air, and then drops the clip out and loads a new magazine. He's like, someone tell me what the fuck is going on with H.
While his
He's in
clip
love.
is, while his clip is
Dropping in slow motion.
So
Is
everyone
dropping in
except
slow
for the
motion.
driver is at the Bilby, right?
Yes.
yes,
The one person who can actually drive the car.
we need him to get here back fast. I'm just gonna say there's absolutely nothing wrong with him, and shut the fuck up, or that'll be the last words coming out of your mouth.
He's like, make me! Are you? It sounds like you're doing something to him.
Sounds like
actually.
you're going
Yeah.
aggro.
Going
It
aggro.
does sound like you're going aggro. Why don't you go aggro on him?
Do it.
Although he
Gosh,
technically has a gun out, he's not ready to shoot you in the face yet. But let's see what his options are. On a 10 plus, they can force your hand or suck it up. Yeah, he immediately forces your hand. He's like, do it! Do it! You shoot him. What are you shooting him with?
Machine gun, obviously.
The machine gun.
I
Got the mounted
I have my
machine
hands
gun.
on the machine gun.
Okay, what's the machine gun stats again?
It's 3 close, far, messy, I believe.
Okay, yeah, you just fucking drill him over and over again with a quick spray of bullets. He's dead as shit. But you've unlocked Eyes with H to do this.
I poke my head out of the
There's
back of the Bilby.
dog meat body
I'm like,
parts all over
what
the
the fuck are you
place.
guys doing? Get out of here!
Now, I want to point out, you just killed this dude's lover right in front of him. Sherman,
Right.
you see the guy with the RPG, he's still clutching his eyes, but H is like shouting, turn left! Turn left! And now he's aiming it correctly at the... Like, he's still, like, blinking out and, like, has a headache, but he's pointing it in your general direction.
All right,
You've got a silenced pistol with the scope on him. What do you do?
I'm shooting.
Okay,
I'm seizing his life.
Can you act under fire real quick?
Sure.
The fire being a rocket sailing towards you in slow motion?
Yep.
Hey.
Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly what happens here. The RPG blossoms with fire as you're, like, reacquiring your scope.
Yeah.
And it's like that John Travolta movie where he gets hit with an atomic bomb and gets knocked out of the train. But the missile just flies right past your ear and through the front windshield of the Bilby and keeps going over the town.
Nice.
And you
Is
said
the
you were going to
windshield
shoot him, right?
Yes, I did.
So roll it.
Is the windshield gone?
Yeah. The windshield's gone.
Let's see. This is hard, right?
Oh, yeah. This is hard.
Oh. Yeah.
So you start shooting him.
Yep.
And let's see what happens when you fail going hard. You're trying to seize by force?
Yep.
No, you fail horribly. So many things to do. It's so little time.
I'm probably, like, looking for a gun.
He's got your gun.
You start pulling the trigger on the new
my
silent scope pistol, right? And
Yeah.
as you do, the scope just falls off and hits your finger, and you hit the magazine release button, and the gun just falls apart. It literally falls apart. Like it's
six
literally
parts.
like Metal Gear Solid 3 when the boss disassembles Snake's pistol. It literally hits the magazine release, and the whole gun just like bloop, and you're just holding a trigger assembly. That's it.
Okay.
And you know it should not have done that. Something else is at work here.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you guys do now? Crazy
I'm
pandemonium
going
shit is
to
breaking
the back.
out. Everybody with guns has their guns out, wondering why there's a rocket sailing out the front end of the Bilby. People are like, are we under attack? Is Gaza shooting us? Even though Gaza's standing on the throne right now.
Here's what I do, Arthur.
Yeah.
I shoulder father, and I grab son by the hand, and I say, we're getting out of here.
Son is like, get your hand off of me, villainous scum. Leave my father here.
I pick him up by the scruff of the neck and put him over my shoulder on the other shoulder.
Okay. Can you roll plus hard? It sounds like you're going aggro on him.
Or at least seizing by force.
I think it's going aggro because you have something you want him to do. You want him to go with you.
That's true.
All right. So hard, you said?
Yeah.
So
You're
that's
not in
six.
your car.
Yeah.
Yeah. You try to pick him up, and he's like, yeah. He's like, someone help me! Gaza's trying to kidnap me! He's a pedophile!
I'm like, so I drop both of them, and I'm just like, fuck it, you can rot. But does Father have anything expensive on him, or does
He
does the
literally
kid-
just has a towel over his
does the
room.
son have anything expensive on him? Like a
He
necklace or
has a
something like that?
crown and a cape. So
Does
here's
he
the
have-
thing, Gaza.
Okay.
As you drop son and father, the whole crowd, everybody with guns, turns towards you as they hear the word pedophile.
All right.
What do you do?
Out of curiosity, is that grenade launcher still in the cab somewhere?
Yeah, it'd be
I'm
like
looking around for weapons. Yeah.
it'd be on the
Gaza, before you get in too deep, do you want to cut to somebody else to see if they can get you out of this? I don't have any
an
problem with
area
you going
weapon.
forward, but this is a very bad position for you to be outside your car.
I
Yeah,
can
well,
draw
I,
their fire.
Yeah. Wait. What was that?
turn-
I can draw their fire.
So
I have an area a weapon. My assault rifle is area. I can just fucking shoot the crowd.
Hi. Murder hobo.
So let me ask,
Go fucking
Gaza,
murder hobo.
do you want to keep the initiative, or do you want to pass off the story to somebody else?
I'm gonna. Can I do sharp, real quick?
Yeah, you want to read the situation, or you want to read a person?
Yeah, I want to read the situation.
Okay, go ahead. All right, cool. You don't get shot in the face from failing.
Yeah, it's nice.
You get to ask one question.
One
If you
question.
act on it, you get bonus.
If I have what on it?
If you act on the information you get a bonus to your roll.
Okay. Basic moves. Alright, let's take a look here. See. Oh god. Okay. Seize by. No.
Read a
What is my best escape route?
Yeah. What is my
Which
best
one?
escape? Yeah.
Your best escape route now would be
What is my best way past the crowd into the building?
I don't know that that's a question there.
It says, "What is my best escape route / way in / way past?"
So you're asking what's my best way in or way past?
Way
The way to
past
get-
the crowd.
You're
to
looking
get
for the
to
best way past the crowd. Okay.
Get to the building.
The best way past the crowd is to get H on your side and have him take control of the situation.
Okay. Well, then I turn back to H and I'm just like, look, I'm just trying to contact a business deal here, mate. I'm taking away the only people in power here so that they're safe away from all of this shit that's happening right now. I don't need any of this bullshit. I'm here to collect my 2 barter for delivering son's father here. Why would I fucking steal the guy when he owes me money? That's fucking stupid.
So are you seduce manipulating him? Or alternatively, if you're holding a weapon, actually you're a gang, so you are a weapon.
Yeah.
Are you going aggro on him? Because this
Yeah,
is a typical Vin Diesel explanation scene. You're like,
Yeah.
why would I do all of this? I'm Dominic Toretto.
Yeah, it's basically just like, I don't need any of this shit. None of you guys worry the shit out of me at all. I'm here to collect my barter, and I'm happy to leave.
So you tell me how you want to play this. Because it's two very different narratives. You're either going aggro or you're manipulating.
And manipulating is what, hot?
Yeah.
And going aggro is hard?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna go aggro.
Okay, all right. And the aggro is, I'll punch you to death if you don't
Yeah.
agree to do what I want.
You
Partially
also actually you succeed because you got +1 for the Rita situation.
It's a 10. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, you do. He can force your hand or suck it up, cave and do what you want. Okay, H is immediately like, everybody get your guns down. Ah, there's enough shooting. Somebody get a narco stab in dog meat and over there in Bill. And someone's like, fucking dog meat's dead, man. He's like, well, make sure to get this ammunition. That stuff's valuable.
I
Yeah,
finally
so-
jump out of the back with like a sharp stick. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Oh,
H is
so-
like, Henrik, shut the fuck up. All right,
That's a-
listen
I-
up. I am H. I am the new ruler of this village.
Yeah, I don't give a
Everyone
fuck,
belongs
as long
to
as I
me.
As long as I get my barter, you're free to do whatever you like, mate. I
So
pull out a
yeah,
card.
you say that. The people who left when Sun told them to go get the barter for you, come back with 2 barter worth of classic cassette tapes, including Awesome Mix Volume 1 and Awesome Mix Volume 2 from the seminal film Guardians of the Galaxy.
I was missing 1 and 2. I had 3 and 4, so we're good to go.
I like the idea that there's a Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and 4 in the future.
Yeah, there is. Absolutely.
But definitely.
Well, remember at the end, he got a present, so he has like another. He
got Volume 2.
He has another uncle on Earth, and he has another like auntie, and they give him 3 and 4 over the next course of the movies. That's the explanation.
Of course, it's Uncle Ben. And what was the name of Spider-Man's aunt?
Aunt Marie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the spin-off movies with them is really good.
Yeah,
I would love to see Star-Lord as Spider-Man. That would be...
That's your thing? That's your jam?
Oh, man, that would be a crossover.
So yeah, I take the barter, and I was like, thank you kindly. And then I just stroll out.
So H is like, what do you think we owe you? You told H you wanted the money for something, and H is like, what do you think I owe you? Aren't you going to fix the water? What is going... I'm so confused.
We have that. Shazza! Hey, Shazza!
Shazza? Who's Shazza?
Who's Shazza?
Shazza.
Sherman is Shazza?
Sherman is Shazza.
Shazza now.
Sherman pokes his goggle eyes out of the cab. He's been hiding.
Throw him the whatchamacallit for the whatchamacallit and get out of here.
But it's pretty!
Well, you can stay here and fix it then. I don't give a fuck.
I don't want to stay here.
Like, give him the hyperflux capacitor and let's get the fuck out of here. These people are crazy.
I believe I have an arrangement with Mimi for a couple of barter for this.
So Mimi is crawling into the back of the Bilby, and it looks like she's getting ready to grab the hyperflux capacitor from you. What do you want to do, Sherman?
She's gonna grab it from me?
Yeah, she's like swiping bear style at the hyperflux capacitor.
I hold it over my head. Since I'm
and then you put your hand on her forehead.
She's just like
this.
Sherman, what the fuck? Just give them the hyperflux capacitor. I'll pay you.
With what?
Like,
she pulls out a solid gold bar from her backpack. She's like, with this, you fucking moron, it's Henrik's money.
I'm like, yes, give her the thing, man.
And the sledgehammer handle.
I think that's going to be a seducer manipulator role. For the fucking obsession with this sledgehammer, man.
All right,
I need the complete set.
I'm manipulator. It's weird for me since I'm just like standing with the thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's like,
It is weird for you. It's weird for everyone present, actually.
Hey. Okay. Woo! Yeah, she agrees to give you the sledgehammer handle as well. She hands you over a Twinkie-sized gold bar and a sledgehammer handle.
And I give her the hyperflux capacitor.
She tosses it at H. When it hits him in his stomach and bounces off, and somebody dives and catches it baseball style.
Barely.
Yep. And H is like, what are you going to do about the 10 barter you still owe the town? And Mimi's like, fuck you!
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm gone!
Fuck you.
So I push Naz out the back.
Gnarly.
And I say, here's your 10 barter. And then I get in the driver's seat.
All right, as you guys just start driving off, all crammed into the car now because there's 5 people in a car made for 2 people.
I'm on the roof.
Yeah, there is, and there's a Shelby GT500 in the back on top of the workspace.
Yeah, me and
it's real close quarters in here.
Me and Mimi are gonna get in the Shelby and make out in the back seat.
Yeah, there's all sorts of casings from that Arctic Warfare sniper rifle that was back there. Cool. Yeah, there's shells all over the place.
I knock on the window as they're making out. I'm just like, and
I thought you were driving.
Yeah, okay, but I'm just like,
you want to put it on cruise control?
I flick over the slider thing, and I just point at the sign.
I'm like, I'm technically in the Shelby. I can do what I want in here.
And And you see on the bottom, there's like a post-it note that says, including Shelby.
I'm like, damn it. I'm like, the pants are on. The pants are on. Okay.
As this scene is